Well, hey there, YouTube. This is Average Joel's Garage, and we are here at CarMax on a Sunday. They are not open Sunday, so we're going to go through the lot that is actually open. This is going to be their lot that are auction vehicles. So I'm going to show you which cars, as I cruise real slowly through this, that we think are actually good, and the cars that are not. So, first, this is a Honda CRV. CRVs, I don't know this particular year. This is more of a later model. Very solid vehicle. That's always a good buy. The Tiguan. So Volkswagen, I'm kind of judgy against them, honestly, but not as much as this next car. But Volkswagens are good vehicles. They are expensive to fix, and they have some weird, quirky issues that can happen over time. But the Audi, very sexy, fun, beautiful car. Those are problematic for different things. They can go wrong. They're expensive to fix. They're not the best car, but they're not terrible. They're very higher end in the mid-range kind of stuff, but they do have issues. So when they go wrong, you're going to pay for it, and it's not going to be cheap. This is a Jeep. Jeep 4x4, and I don't know the specific latitude models exactly, but Jeep has a pretty standard platform. And of course, next to this is another Jeep. This is the classic Jeep vehicle that everybody likes to get. If you live anywhere in the Southwest, avoid everything black. They're just going to cook you. Moving on to the Kia Forte. Kias are a better vehicle for kids, and if you need to buy something for your grandma. We used to have Hondas for everybody and everything, and Toyotas as well. But Kia has come a long way, and I actually think they're a decent vehicle. They're, like I said, they're low to mid on my list of stuff. They're not the easiest to work on, but I've done it before. They're not too bad. Now, my son absolutely hates Kia Souls. It's more of just a personal vendetta. I think he got run over when he was smaller, but I'm not sure. But he hates the Kia Soul. They're a unique cube-shaped car if you like the cube stuff. But again, it's Kia, so it's all right. Not my favorite, but it's decent. Nissan, blah. Nissan is not my friend. The Rogues are just difficult vehicles in general when it comes to like 120,000 miles or more. In my experience, I don't think that one has this the CVT transmission, but those are really difficult when you do have them. So I avoid anything Nissan. Sorry, Nissan. You guys just need to make better vehicles. Ford F-150 Classic. Ford is known to be a good vehicle. I mean, I say good, like their trucks are decent. They've been making trucks forever. So if you can't get it right by now, you're kind of a screw up. But Ford does make a good 4x4, depending on the mileage. The mileage in the years, you want to check that website I always tell you guys about, which is carcomplaints.com. You want to check out that site. The next one is the Kia Sorento. Kia Sorentos are pretty good. They're not anything bad. They're like a decent vehicle, mid-size kind of deal. Then we have the Ford Super Duty. This is another Ford pickup truck. This is more of a 2500, looks like it. It's got some towing package and stuff on there. Very good vehicle. Here we go. Ford Ranger. Ford Rangers are actually really good. They're not quite a Toyota Tacoma, but they will last over 100,000 miles easy. Then the next one is the Chevy 1500. Those are pretty good. They're not the best. Followed by, of course, a Lexus. Lexus is Toyota, guys. They always are the best. Honda. I love those Honda Pilots, but you got to make sure you get a good one. Subaru. Another Subaru is all-wheel drive. You guys know how I feel about Subarus. They're very good vehicles. The Subaru Outback is next. These will go for a good price. This is all vehicles that are in this auction, by the way, that they're going to do, it looks like, tomorrow. Toyota Sequoia, the next one. I love these. These are the 4.7 or 5.7 liter engines. Those engines are solid. They are beasts. They also get terrible gas mileage. So if you're rich and you don't mind, go ahead and get yourself a Toyota Sequoia. The Subarus, like I said, my biggest beef with those last ones is just I hate their flat engines. They're good, but man, when their head gaskets get weak over time, they just turn to crap. Ford Escape. Ford, again, I'm not a huge Ford fan, but if I had to go American, I hate to say this, but I think I'd actually probably go Ford, at least in those kind of chassis. So moving on, we're going to go over here to the dual motor Tesla. And this is the either you like it or not car, but if they're auctioning that off, I would totally buy that in a second. And the reason is because if you've ever test driven a Tesla, Elon Musk aside, I don't know or care if you like him or not. It's actually a really fun car to drive. Hyundai, or what I like to call ghetto Hondas. These are actually good cars. They're decent. They're not the best and they're not the worst. They're a good mid-level car, and they last a pretty good long time. Now we got, of course, I think it's the Acura MDX. Acura is basically Honda's like sexy older sister. They are really good vehicles. They have all the cool upgrades and stuff in them. And I've driven an Acura Integra years ago. I love that car until it exploded. But that was from the previous owner. Again, Volkswagen. This is the Passat. I don't trust them, guys. I just don't. Ever since they like lied about their gas mileage and like had to do that massive recall, they're kind of dead to me. So I'm sorry, Volkswagen, but yeah, I don't have anything nice to say about you. Now that is my favorite symbol of all, other than a cross. I love Toyotas. That looks like it's a Rav4. Rav4 Toyota. This car has a little bit. I don't know why the hood is up a little bit. Maybe someone got in there and stole the battery. Who knows? Again, auction, so we're not sure. But they're always a good vehicle, always a good choice. Hyundai Santa Fe's. A lot of people like these, and it's good. Like if it's all-wheel drive, this one is. That's a very good vehicle for here, depending on the mileage. Guys, mileage matters so much on some cars. Others, it doesn't matter at all. We got ourselves here a Toyota Corolla. Looks like that is a very solid car. I'm noticing all these have the hoods up, which is kind of interesting. Again, next to a Honda Accord. It looks like a two-door Accord. This is a very nice car as well. In terms of reliability, I'm not. If you want to talk sexy cars that look really good, yeah, have someone else do it because I want to not be on the side of the road with a really sexy car. Kia's again, like the Sorento, they're decent cars. They're not the best cars, but it's in my opinion, I'd go Kia sooner than I would go with this Jeep. The Jeep Compasses are like, they're decent vehicles, but they're not the greatest. Reliability on Jeeps is kind of hit or miss. Ford, this is a little, I think it's a Forte. Fords are, again, they're good. They're decent trucks. Their cars, I'm not as big of a fan on. Now, we get back to the Chevys and this Chevy 1500 Silverado kind of truck. This is a little bit later model. This one's a good one. Those are actually pretty solid. There's a few trouble spots here and there, but overall, a pretty decent vehicle. Jeep. You get a Jeep, any kind of Jeep, you just have to keep in mind that some person probably that owned it before was an idiot. And they also were like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to pretend this Jeep is like a off-roading dynamo. And while they might be, they may not know how to drive it well, so you have to check and make sure that everything isn't damaged on their four-wheel drive setup, because that's the biggest problem on the Jeeps is someone did something stupid to it. Again, here's a nice little Kia Sorento, I believe. The Kias we've already talked about. Looks like a good vehicle. Honda Odyssey, great van. This one you just need to clean the headlights off a little bit, and we don't know. Like I'll talk later on about how we can tell whether or not a car's been through some bad stuff. But the Honda Odyssey is a great vehicle. Avoid the early 2000 to 2004 years. The transmissions were garbage. The GTI. My buddy had one of these, and we spent a lot of money fixing stupid parts for no reason. These cars are very finicky and expensive to fix. So we're going to move right on. Sorry again, Volkswagen. GMC. It should stand for garbage man crap is what it should stand for. I'm sorry. GMC has weird problems after 100,000 miles. They just are picky. I think it's not the Canyon. This is the GMC Terrain. Or no, what is the other one? It's smaller than the Terrain. But similar chassis, they're decent. But again, if that has a lot of miles on it, I would avoid it. If it had like 30, you might want to pick it up for your kid. Let him drive it. Next, we've got, again, a little Ford Escape looking car. Fords, again, we've covered them. They're pretty good. Buick is basically GM, and they're okay. They're decent. But if I had to take my pick between that one and this next car, although it's not as sexy and bumpers like sticking out weird, that could be cosmetically fixed. I'm going to take a Honda every day of the week, guys. I have over 100,000 miles on all the Hondas I've ever owned, and they ran like kittens. Ford, this is the actual older, late 90s Ford. These ones were pretty good trucks. As long as nobody did anything stupid to them, those last a good long while. My father-in-law still drives one. And then the last one over on this row, we've got another Kia Sportage, I believe. These are good vehicles, so they're decent. Like I said, Kia, Hyundai, they all kind of have a good feel, but not the greatest in the world. So we're going to drive through this lot, and then I'm going to go ahead and back it up so you guys can see the other set of these vehicles. So let me safely drive backwards really fast and not kill us all. I'm sure there's cameras in this parking lot freaking out going, what's this guy doing? He's driving backwards. Oh my gosh. Relax, we're not stealing your cars. We're driving the 99 Corolla right now, which we've been fixing in all of our videos. So there's a Ford Escape. That looks a little bit better. It's in good shape. That's not a bad buy. They're not, like I said, they're not the greatest, but they're decent. There's another. Oh, we got a Ford without an emblem, so but same kind of family as well. Now let's pick on one of my favorites, Doge, or as they like to call Dodge. Dodge makes a very fun to drive, sexy vehicle. However, I have seen this exact same model on this like the Durango style vehicle break. And the reason is because they have weird issues that Dodge doesn't seem to have a really good reliability on their cars and their Durangos specifically. 150,000 miles max on these things. My last Durango was 189,000, and I had all kinds of stupid problems because obviously it's the back end of a Honda Accord. The V6s are pretty good. They had about 180 horsepower, very nice. Guys, one of these days I'm going to land one of these cars. So if you want to give me one, fine. But the Tesla, I just think it's cool to have battery running on everything. Much better than this. The Mini Coopers are such a pain in the neck to work on. They're tight spaces. They're really cute. But you don't buy cars for cute unless you want to sit on the side of the road or pay high costs. Now, this is probably the best vehicle in this lot. Toyota Tacomas are stupid good vehicles. The tires look a little rough, but otherwise, that vehicle is gold. You just clean off those headlights, wash it, you're good. I get Acura MDX, I believe. That is a very solid vehicle as well. I love the Acuras. And here we go with the Nissan again. Guys, I'm a Nissan hater only because, like I said, they're just such a pain in the neck to work on. And they're like a ghetto version of Toyota. They're not terrible vehicles. I'm just biased. But I don't like Nissans because I don't like working on them. But that said, if you were like in the model for like this car, this Versa, that's probably going to sit there for like $6,000 ish, and that'd be okay for your kid to drive, and it'd probably be just as reliable. But I'd sooner get this Camry because Camrys are awesome. They get good gas mileage. I love Camrys. Again, here we go with another Subaru. Guys, Subaru makes some sexy colors. They were recently done as the number one in Consumers Reports for 2024, I think, or 2025. But the most recent, they won the award for having the best vehicle. And they beat out Toyota, which is crazy. But that's just the truth. They make a good car. I just don't like their flat engines. Now we've got a Ford. I would not take that Ford car as soon as I would have done the Subaru because, again, Subarus are better. But Fords are not bad. You just I can't say it enough. CarComplaints.com or ConsumersReports.com. A Hyundai Tucson. These are decent little SUV mini ones as well. And I think those are pretty good vehicles. I don't own one myself, but let's check the last three cars and let's get out of this parking lot. We got ourselves a Nissan Pathfinder. That'd be a no. Cadillac XT4, also no. It's GM. And then finally, the Chevy Traverse. My in-laws have a Traverse. Not a fan. They are decent, but they have their little quirks. Everything with GM starts to break over time, unlike Toyota. Guys, this is the lot. This is all kinds of more cars. It'd be fun if I could like talk really fast and tell you all these cars. But that to say, guys, we're in CarMax. You're going to come back and check them out actually in person here when they actually open. So for now, please like and subscribe. Thanks again for everything, guys, and I will see you later.